Today, we're going to be covering the three biggest reasons you're craving sweets, like even after you just finish a meal. And we're going to be covering the three biggest reasons in the sense that sometimes you'll read online chocolate, for example, you'll see people say that, oh, you're lacking magnesium or something like that. And that could be true, but it's a smaller reason than these three big reasons. These three big reasons are: one, you're trying to be too good, you're restricting, you're strict with yourself. Number two, you're not eating enough, you're not getting enough calories in your body, and then your body's drawn to sweets because sweets have a lot of calories, they got a lot of fat, your body's hungry. Number three reason is that you're not getting enough variety. So you can easily be eating like a lot of food. Let's say you have a big meal at dinner, but if you don't eat variety, you could still be craving foods after that. So these are the three big reasons why. We're gonna explore them a little bit more in this short video. I'm Jared Levinson, the host of Eating Enlightenment. I used to be a former binge eating wrestler, and then I became a Buddhist monk for 13 months, and then that transformed my own eating habits. I became a certified intuitive eating counselor, work at an eating disorder nowadays, and I host the Eating Enlightenment podcast. If you're new to the channel, please like it and subscribe for more information about how to have eating enlightenments that shift your perspective around food. Let's get into the first item today: dieting or restriction. Oftentimes people, when they have these sudden cravings for sweets, it's especially because they've avoided sweets for so long. This happens when you're on a typical, let's say, keto diet where you're not supposed to have any calories, sugar from carbs. You're supposed to get it all from protein and fat. So you're avoiding these foods. And paradoxically, when you are strict, right? You're strict. You're saying, hey, don't eat that. When you do the strict thing, it makes your subconscious mind want the other thing more, because humans, we want what we can't have. The second reason is that you're not eating enough calories. I know there's a lot of stuff out there that says, eat less. For example, the MyFitnessPal default calorie per day is 1,200. That's insanely low. There's another video that I made which shows how normal guys go crazy on 1,500 calories per day based on one of the most famous studies on dieting. 1,500 calories makes normal guys go crazy. What if you're on a 1,200 calorie diet? What happens is that you're starving. You're hungry. And guess what? At the end of a day, let's say you skip breakfast and lunch and then you have a big meal for dinner, right? So you just ate this big meal and then you're still hungry and you're like, why am I still hungry? Well, guess what? You could have 1,200 calories at dinner and that's a huge meal, sure. But you haven't eaten the rest of the day. So yeah, you just ate, but your body is still like empty. It's like you were running your car on 0 gasoline and then you filled it up a quarter of a tank or a half a tank or whatever. Your body still wants to get up to a full tank. So that's why you're still hungry even after you just ate. It's because you were running on empty and now you still want those foods to fill up. These sugary foods like Nutella, high in fat, high in sugar, high in calories, that's fuel for your body. Your body needs fuel. All right, you got it. Let's go on to point number 3. The third point is that you're not getting enough variety. This is really, really important. Variety is what's gonna help your body meet your nutritional needs like vitamins and minerals. So you can have tons of pizza, you can have tons of cereal, and let's say you have, let's just go crazy, 5,000 calories of pizza or cereal or whatever. The problem with that is, yeah, sure, your gas tank is now full, even too full, but you haven't gotten your nutritional needs, the vitamins and minerals. So your body will still be craving those minerals and those vitamins, all those natural fibers and stuff. Your body's still gonna want that. So you ate a lot, great, good, seriously. But you're missing the variety. You need protein, fat, carbs every single meal. If you don't get that, your body, even if you eat a ton, it's still going to want to, it'll still crave those extra vitamins and minerals. And guess what? If you're not quite attuned to your body, I help people listen to their body. That's been my own struggle, learning to listen to my body. Grew up in a family and just an environment where I was all in my head. I didn't know how to connect it all. That's why I became a Zen monk. If you're not quite sure on how to read your body signals, then these cravings for nutrients from a variety of sources can feel like a craving for sweets. And so you can eat a big meal, but then you'll still have a craving. If you are able to listen in a certain way, listen intuitively, tune in your intuition, you'll be able to tell like, oh, I'm not really hungry for sweets. I'm more hungry for a different food. And then you'll be able to adjust from there. So just to recap real quick, it's not that you are like, these are the three biggest reasons. You're not eating enough, you're not eating enough variety, or you're too strict with yourself. You're trying to follow rules in your left brain. This is my left brain. I think that's probably on the right side for if you're looking at me. But you're trying to think about how to be healthy instead of trying to feel to be about healthy. And this is such a challenge these days because we're all in our heads, we're thinking instead of being rooted and grounded in your body. That's how you're gonna stop binge and emotional eating, is by returning to your body. That's what worked for me. That's what I learned through all these different practices. It works. Now you gotta fuel your body, you gotta listen, you gotta give your body what it needs, the right amount of food, enough food. You gotta eat variety of sources. The food is giving you what your body needs. And then if you get that, sure, you might have some emotional eating stuff going on. That's not the topic of this video right now. But if you get the three things, you stop being strict with yourself, you fuel up your body, and you get a variety of foods, that's gonna take away like 70% of your cravings for sweets. So these are the big reasons why. It's not gonna solve all your problems, but these are the core reasons why. So be sure to like and subscribe the video, really appreciate it. Check out the Eating Enlightenment podcast on iTunes. And then you can also check out this playlist above where I've interviewed a bunch of eating experts, people who've gone through their own eating struggles and have come out through the other side, and how they did it, what their mindsets are, what they learned, these eating enlightenments that shift people's perspectives. So that being said, namaste.